Welcome back to Is It Still Good, the channel where we watch older films and let you know if they still hold up. Today we're going to watch a movie that I've always really liked, Donnie Darko. But first, let's try to sell you guys some of my books. Okay, hopefully you guys bought some of my books. We're going to talk about Donnie Darko. This one dropped in '01, is rated R, runs 1 hour 53 minutes, and IMDb's got this 8 out of 10. Okay, this stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal, some other folks, and I've always really liked this movie. This is a slice of life in the 80s. This was directed by Richard Kelly. They wanted to push for a more modern film. He really wanted to push for the 80s take on it. And I'm really glad he did because I think he captured it perfectly. I mean, this film, when I watch this movie, it just brings back all sorts of memories. I get flooded by them, And I was a kid. I was born in 1980. But just everything. Like, I really like just the way it was shot. The actors, the supporting cast is really good. Jenna Malone plays Gretchen Ross, that's Donnie's girlfriend in the story. Mary McDonnell, who you may remember from like Dances with Wolves, is his mom. And Holmes Osborne is his dad. He's really good. Maggie Gyllenhaal's in this as well. And there's some other people. But it's really good. It's not a horror film by any means, but it does have some creepy vibes to it. The story is after narrowly escaping a bizarre accident, a troubled teenager is plagued by visions of a man in a large rabbit suit who manipulates him to commit a series of crimes. Ooh, pretty cool, huh? Patrick Swayze's in this too, and it's almost unfortunate that this was one of his final roles because his character is such a scumbag. I'm sure he didn't want to go out on that note, but it serves the story very well. So I do appreciate the cast in this. Won a bunch of awards, this movie. Very, very cool. Jake Gyllenhaal has famously said that he has never understood the film completely. And I think that cuts to the nature of the movie Donnie Darko, where you're probably not going to understand it fully because it's left pretty ambiguous. It deals with time travel, it deals with the fourth dimension, it deals with possibly the multiverse in some aspects. Very cryptic, but I love the way it's shot, almost in a Memento style back to front sort of vibe thing, sort of flipping time on its axis there. I almost forgot Drew Barrymore is in this, and she's a teacher at Donnie's school, and she's excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I really liked her character in this. She really reminded me of a teacher I had in school, and again, that's kind of the thing with Donnie Darko and me, is it really just reminds me of my youth in a lot of ways. The character archetypes for the kids, even Donnie himself, I can relate to a great deal. It's interesting. It's shot well. It's very beautiful to look at. The soundtrack is killer. Killer soundtrack. Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division hits at the perfect time at a Halloween party. Gary Jules did a song called Mad World that went kind of big for a long time. It's a nice movie. It'll definitely get you thinking. I don't know. I really like it. I like Donnie Darko. I could see some people not liking it if they didn't, kind of get it or, enjoy the conundrum of trying to wrap your head around it. But for me, I think it's interesting. It sparks conversation. It makes you think, the different paths we take and how that could wind up. Happenstance, chance, and fate all come into play in this story. It's cryptic at times, very surreal at other times. It feels like some sort of countdown clock as it goes on. The background music sort of swells and builds as we go on, really giving you a sense of impending doom, and I love that. So, fine movie. Jake Gyllenhaal really made him. I really like the chemistry between Jake Gyllenhaal and Maggie Gyllenhaal's character. Siblings in real life, it really translates on film. That's about it. So what would I give Donnie Darko as far as like a number score? I'd give it like an 8.4. I know that's oddly specific, but like I really put some thought into it. I think it's an 8.4. I think it's an excellent, excellent movie. It's really just good to look at. My favorite line in it is Gretchen says to Donnie when she meets him, Donnie Darko sounds like some kind of superhero. And he goes, what makes you think I'm not? I really thought that was smooth. I was never that smooth at that age. But it was just a neat line. It was cool. I like his character throughout the whole thing. He's a great actor, and he started off that way. He's very young in this. I enjoyed Donnie Darko a lot. So 8.4 is what I give it. You let me know in the comments if you think I was accurate on that. Let me know your thoughts on Donnie Darko and what you make of the story, how it works. I mean, what does it mean to you? Did you figure it out? I mean, it's a little tricky. So I think I understand it in a rudimentary way, but even Jake Gyllenhaal himself says he's never fully understood it, so I don't feel too bad that I'm still scratching my head at certain aspects. So anyway, alright guys, that's enough for me, and I will see you next time on Is It Still Good?
Ha 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 ha!